premise?
You said that part of your argument requires the exception.
What premise?
Okay, so if you want to like run away like this, that's okay, man. But I'm gonna repeat it one more time. Okay, so I see what you're doing right now. You're being really dishonest right now. Okay, so we're just gonna run this back, and hopefully you're not dishonest this time. Okay, so you said one of the two propositions, and you keep on interrupting me continuously just to ramble. It's crazy. So you said, right, that one of the propositions that one would have to accept for the argument to work is actually something regarding evil exists, okay? And the idea that there are certain things that God morally permits, etc., etc. So all of these things are things which are going to be dependent on your conceptual analysis of morality and your conceptual analysis of what determines an odd fact. Now, if you're saying that you don't have any conceptual analysis of any of these elements within your argument, then what it appears to be is that you don't even have any good justificatory motivation for even granting the conclusion of your argument. So you're just lost in the conversation right now.
Wait, so I can't just take, like, ought to be primitive?
You can take ought to be semantically primitive, but not conceptually primitive, no? Unless you want to say something like, well, if you want to say...
What is conceptually primitive supposed to mean?
Conceptually primitive is just a specific concept which is not reducible to a further concept. So that means you cannot explain that concept using a different concept. But that does not entail being semantically primitive.
Well, what's the difference between semantically primitive and conceptually primitive?
So, for example, we can have a concept which is semantically primitive, i.e. we cannot like actually generate some specific language system which describes that concept, but we can appeal to like some other different concept, like point to a different concept as a means of explicating that concept without giving a language system for what that concept actually is.
Alright, could you just like write out the difference or something? I wasn't really tracking that.
I just wrote, well, I don't need to write out the difference. Of course I can. I don't need to. I just gave you the difference.
So just go ahead and do
I can ask you right now to write out every single sentence you said in this conversation. What you told me in the conversation.
Just write out the difference. Like,
wait, so just write out every single sentence you've said in this conversation.
This dude may actually be like retarded. Like, if I just take...
I'm being retarded by me pointing out that I don't need to write out what I just said, which was like, pretty short. Like, are you retarded?
Did he say you need to write it down? Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, and I'm saying I can write it down and I don't need to. So
are you saying something like...
Okay, so why are you still arguing on this? And if I just point to the other time, I'm willing to do so. Or force you to write it out? I'm retarded for me not writing down something which is pretty short, which anyone who that can be able to understand.
The first thing is something...
Bro, that was a pretty easy, short information to digest, and you wanted to write that down? Are you nuts? Are you brain damaged? Like, what's going on, retard? Okay.
And the argument...
Let's test this guy's tracking.
On my theories of, normativity and such. That's obviously false, right? So that's the first thing. Second thing is just...
What is obviously false?
Yeah, that's obviously false, because I just take it that...
What is obviously false?
The proposition...
The proposition that you can have semantic primitives distinguished from conceptual primitives?
That's not what I said, retard.
I'm not saying that's what he said, retard. I'm asking you if that was what you said. No, which is why I'm asking you, what are you saying is false? So you should be giving me what you said is false, and not me saying that's what they said retard.
Like the biggest fumble if I
or maybe you should actually be reiterating your point and not trying to assert some rhetoric points right now.
So yeah, I'll just say it again, okay? So
yeah, that's like I ordered you to previously. Yeah.
It's just something. Yeah, it's just something like, the truth value of the propositions in question in the argument, so the truth value of the premises, aren't going to turn on whether or not...
Or could just say the proposition is questionable without saying all of that jargon. Continue. Retard.
Yeah, so that's the proposition I'm saying is false.
Yeah, I could just say the proposition is questionable. Why do you have to say, the truth value of the proposition is questionable?
What do you mean questionable there? Like...
Questionable? The same thing that you fucking meant a while ago, retard? Or are you not tracking the conversation?
Or do you just mean you'd be agnostic on it?
No shit. You're skeptical of it.
Yeah, I never said anything about people being agnostic on the premises. I just
said a while ago that the truth value of the proposition is questioned. So that means the person is skeptical towards the truth value of the proposition.
I just said that the truth value of the premises...
Of the proposition is questioned, yeah.
I said that the truth value of the premises is not going to depend...
You said the proposition.
On views...
I don't know if you're referring to premises or not.
Regarding normativity and...
Yeah, this guy's just lost the conversation. Okay, so you've not even responded to the major objections to your supposed quote-unquote fresh argument for the view.
I could easily just ask, what is the argument that the truth value of the premises is going to depend on the views that I hold?
the true value of the premises depends on the view that you hold, because for one, the premises that you're certain are your beliefs, correct?
No. You're gonna give like
Wait, hold on there a second. Do you not believe in the premise of the argument? I'm retarded by me asking you for the idea regarding you believing in the premises of your argument.
The premises depends on my views. Okay, so yeah. So what's the first premise?
Why do you think I'm making the assertion that the truth value of the premises depends on your view? What if I think there's another truth maker?
You were asking me about my views, and you said if I don't hold a view.
And why do you think that someone asking you for your views is then making the proposition that the truth value of these propositions depends on your views? What's the argument for that claim?
Why are you fucking rambling?
Well, why are you insulting me? Is it because you're insecure right now? Or is it because you're panicking because you can't prove your presupposition?
I just asked you like.
You just said that all you just called me a fucking retard. That is an insult. You don't even know what an insult is. So anyways, not only does this guy not know what an insult is, but he doesn't even know.
I'll just like wait for a ramble.
He has an argument proof right now, so arguing to prove to me that would be a necessary linguistic presupposition.
Can we like drop the ramble?
Okay, are you done with the ramble?
Oh my god.
That was not a ramble, by the way, but if you classify things which goes over each side's brain to be ramble, that's okay.
So the last clear question you asked was, why do I interpret what you said as like, the truth value of the argument?
I'm not just asking you for your motivation. I'm asking you for some justification.
So you asked me something like...
Yeah, I know I have to wait on your slow thinking speed. Okay, gotcha.
Are you just gonna like keep on fucking like interrupting?
Are you just gonna like keep on doing this meta commentary and not respond to my point?
Okay, hold on. Because he's just gonna keep on fucking...
Hold on to what?
Alright, yeah, so your server muted now, you fucking retard. So now, I'm just gonna ask, what's the argument that the truth value of the premises depends on my views? And the reason why I interpreted that you were saying it like that is because of the fact that you said something like, like what are my views and normative ethics and such. And if you don't agree with that the truth value of the premises depends on my views, and I just have no clue what the motivation for asking such questions were. It just seems like a derail from the actual argument. Okay, now I'm gonna unmute him and let's see if we can get that argument.
Yeah, so for one, you just like completely misinterpreted my motivation. You think that I'm assuming that the truth value of the propositions depends on your views. I don't think the truth values of any proposition depends on a specific view like that. I think the truth value depends on the justification in the case of epistemic, and in the case of you questioning like the epistemic standard by which we determine the truth value of propositions. Now, in your case, the reason why I'm asking you about your views regarding this is because I need to understand what theory of ethics you hold to before I even ask you to justify that specific theory of ethics. Now, if you're going to say that you don't think theory of ethics, hold on there just a second. You muted me when you gave your points, or interrupted me.
Yeah,
you see the dishonesty there? Like, he just like mutes people. When he wants to make a point, right, but then when I'm making the point, he's interrupting me. He has the privilege to interrupt me, but I don't have the privilege to finish my point. That's crazy. Yeah, anyways, I expect some common courtesy, champ. So, to finish off with what I was saying, simply, you claim that I was supposedly believing that the truth value of the propositions depends on your views. I think the truth value of the propositions depends on the evidence you have for those propositions. Now, obviously, the evidence you have for those propositions is going to actually invoke some sort of analysis of what evil and good is for it to even know that these things actually exist. Because if you don't know what these things actually are conceptually, now can you actually determine that they exist or not? That doesn't make any sense. So then you would have to give me a conceptual analysis, but you said they're semantically primitive. Right, I've given you different views, or rather I did not, but there are different views on what determines the odd facts and the non-odd facts, really. So, are you tracking the conversation yet?
Okay, so let me just ask you yes or no. So, are you saying that the truth value of the premises depends on my views?
Nope.
Oh, okay, so my views seem to be irrelevant to the truth value. Okay, nice. So now I'm just going to...
Cool. There was no disagreement there. This is how I know he's not tracking the conversation.
I didn't ask a question. I'm just going to ask you what...
Hold on, I didn't ask for you to say that.
What premise do you reject?
What premise do I reject? I'm skeptical of every premise. I reject every premise under the basis that there's no evidence for any of them.
Yeah, what premise?
The premise regarding evil existence.
Oh, I just take it that that's the view I'm attacking. Do you have any other...
So, hold on there a second. So, the view you're attacking is that... Wait, hold on. I asked you for an argument. Hold on, shut up. I asked you for an argument for why God exists, or against God's existence. And you said the view you're attacking presupposes evil existence.
Yeah.
You're such an idiot. Oh my god.
Yeah,
So
I said that
what
already.
about,
I
what about
said that in the
assertion that
beginning,
God
you
exists?
retard.
What about assertion that God exists should entail that proposition?
You fucking retard. I said that's the view
You
I'm
fucking
attacking. I
retard.
said
Don't
there's
say
a
you
set of
started off that
propositions.
sentence with one of the
I
most
said,
non-substantive insults without even giving any
this dude's like
substance on the
fucking
table.
retard. He can't track for shit.
Oh, you're
No, I'm
frigging
gonna
out
say-
right now.
I'm
You're
gonna
triggered
say-
right now. You're
I'm gonna-
panicking right now. You're shaking.
Yes,
It's
sir.
crazy.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
calm down, retard. Calm your nerves. You're having a melt.
I'll just because he just like won't stop fucking talking. So anyone that was listening to this, I mean, if this is being recorded, which hopefully it is, because this is like a retard. In the beginning, I said that there's a set of propositions which I would forward this argument against, like you would have to commit to from the offset. And one of those propositions was just that pro-toto evil exists. So just like didn't fucking track that. So good job, retard. So what premise do you reject?
Yeah, so notice how this guy went on this little mini ramble fast and asked me the same question I've already answered like a couple moments ago because he's just not even tracking the conversation. He's just lost right now. He's in a psychological quandary. So I told you that I rejected more specifically the premise as it pertains to evil existing, and then you repeated that same question as it pertains to which premise I reject. Okay, so that's just like one example of you're tracking dysfunctionality right there, you're tracking disability right there. So just to move on to the actual substance here, the actual meat of potatoes, right? You would have to demonstrate to me that evil exists and that why that would be like a necessary ontological commitment given the view that God exists. What's the argument right there?
I never made that claim.
You said that the view you're attacking would be having this proposition on the table, correct? You said that this would be something that they agree to.
Wait, hold on. You asked the question.
Stop stuttering, retard. Calm down.
I said that the view
I'm waiting.
is just something like there's a set of propositions. One proposition.
Okay, so you're not even tracking your own responses now. This is getting even more pathetic. So you said you retard. Yo, I'm trying to help you out here. Okay, so calm down. I'm trying to help you out here. Okay, I'm being your debate coach right now because you don't even know the track properly. So do you?
When you do that, you don't even really like look that good. You just like keep on interrupting and shit. Whenever I'm trying to like give you a response to your question, like you're just being a jackass. So the sort of response I would give, which we still haven't seen a response to, is that in the fucking beginning, you retard, I laid out 3 propositions that they'd have to commit to. You fucking idiot. So it's never been said that necessarily if God exists, then evil exists or something. That's not a proposition I commit to, you fucking retard, so I wouldn't have an argument for that. Alright. I'll give him like one last shot to respond. He probably has like ADHD or something, so I'll just like lay out exactly what's been said one last time so we can see if we can get a response. Like hopefully it like writes this down or something so it's linear. So this thing that we want a response to is just that, you know, like why does P2 need a justification? If that's the sort of proposition that I'm, forwarding the argument against, like it's the sort of proposition that being argued against in the set of propositions.
This guy is using permabuse to cover up his lack of rhetoric and substance. That's crazy. So anyways, you autistic bimbo. When I asked you for the argument for why evil exists, you literally said that you took that to be the view you're attacking. And obviously in this conversational context, the view you're attacking is theism. So if you said that evil existing, you took that to be the view you're attacking, and the view you're actually attacking, given the conversational context to be theism, you're obviously asserting like some entailment relation between both views right there. But with that being said, I just want your moral epistemology right here. Like, how do you determine evil existence?
That's just irrelevant.
We know you guys aren't done with this. I actually want to ask you some questions.
I think I to be done. Like he's just like asking random questions now. And
okay.
I mean, how is the random question? How is the question about how you determine evil existence random?
Yeah, this is why you keep on getting.
Oh, you're spreading out. Oh, you're aping out right now.
Fucking
he's mad.
This retard finish.
Go ahead.
So now because he just wants to fucking run away from substance, I'll just make it clear one last time. And we haven't gotten a single response to this. And so the sort of thing that I laid out in the beginning was just that this is a view that I'm forwarding against people that hold that each proposition in this set is true. So God exists, and pro-toto evil exists, and God has a morally sufficient reason to permit evil. So if you hold the view that each of those propositions is true, then this is the fucking argument I would give against him. Like I made that very clear from the beginning. I don't know how many times I have to say that.
Can you let the argument?
You want the argument?
Yeah.
It's just premise 1. If God exists, then proto-evil doesn't exist. Then premise 2, proto-evil does exist. Conclusion, God doesn't exist. It's the argument.
Wait, what's proto-evil? Like
Just
evil
all
that
things
God
considered
allows,
evil.
basically, or what?
Just all things considered ought not be done, or ought not occur.
I don't know if a lot of people even agree with that definition of evil, like what ought not be done. So I don't know, like even for a realist. I was talking to